Man, let me explain something to you, man. You ever had, listen to this, what makes a gun jam on an individual, right? Like, you ever had a regardment or a weapon for regardment, and then it doesn't work for an individual? What causes it in physics not to work for an individual anymore, right? Because imagine if an element started reflecting and said, yo, you know something? This nigga didn't give a fuck about me in a certain type of way, and then the gun jams. Now, is the most valuable thing in your life because it regards your life even at a time, even if you, especially if you're regard, and if you're in how can I say this, a rapid fire or caught up in a situation where you're regarding your habitation for your quality of your life, and then you ended up and then you pop, if it's in rapid fire, how you gonna regard your situation if your gun jams? Physics, right? But think about this. It's just like, you ever seen some stupidity people that's a part of social economics, and they say, yo, I hate, they look at a guy, imagine, like, say they look at me, I'm the real Ra. They say, oh, I hate this guy or something. And then I look at the person like they're on drugs already. Like, oh my God, they're probably on drugs. They're probably stupid, all types of situation. Because that person's already saying they hate their consciousness. But because of their lack of education and not knowing the historical event and the reason of their habitation, of their physical, of their even them being a continuance of the physical reality, they're already saying they hate themselves. So me, what would I do as a man that's real intelligent? I just look at them as stupidity and just don't even say nothing, because that's probably how they meant to feel at the time. It's just like, you ever had somebody probably go somewhere and they do something to somebody, and the next thing you know, their consciousness already showing that they don't even honor the reason of the even having life or consciousness. Why the fuck should I even be? Why? It's just like, I can't, getting out of that situation it ain't fast enough for me. Let me show you how real this is. Other people say, why did I educated international security. I'm the one that originally educated on international security. The reason why I had to educate them, because if I don't pay international security finances, it's going to end up a cutthroat situation, even in physics. So if a person's not honest when it comes to the physical reality, it ends up in a cutthroat situation in their habitation, and everybody could lose their life because the quality of the finances will be, how can I say, vulnerable, and then it'll be finished, and everybody will be finished any type of way. So it don't matter who you are. It's like, it's just like a girl walking around. She might as well be naked because she doesn't have the value to even have the education of her logic to even have panties on or to even purchase the panties. So if you're already dishonored your value and lose your value, it's like walking outside naked and being raped and just being stupid. Like, it's just like it's just like an African dream. It's like an African dream come true for an individual. Literally, if you think about everything I'm saying and check the quality, even in numeral and even in natural verbal, even sequences of physics, to check your education of your logic and knowledge and sensibility and see what I'm saying. Now, it's just like, say for instance, I'm the one that refines the human anatomy for the strengthening of the human anatomy, so the human anatomy could be enriched and strengthened, so they could be habitable and have a longevity of existence of higher quality. Because not only, it's just like when I have sex with a girl, she runs into people that just have the highest of quality naturally in life. So for them to have the highest of quality in their physical, so I have to be with them to enrich their habitation naturally, also in the chemistry, and also to sleep with them to refine, for they can have strength and might, for they could be able to live in a social economic habitation that they reside, that they're a part of, even at a time in existence. Now, if I don't refine it, that means their anatomy and their matter, because I have to enrich their anatomy and matter. So if I don't refine it, their anatomy and matter just starts to deteriorate, because it goes to the lower level of demoralizing itself, and it starts deteriorating, and then they end up in the hospital wondering why they're sick. And then the only way a person could even recover in life, unless I'm having sex with somebody of purity of the astrological tree that enriches their habitation before the whole family gets sick and dies. It's just like catching a flu in physics. Now imagine a person catching a flu and then having a family that never refined an astrological tree. What would happen? The whole family will fucking die and just get sick and die. They'll just be looked upon like diseases all their life. Now, a person tells you, physics is real, but other people didn't know the reason of my equality. And like I said, physics is real, and other people didn't know the reason of my equality. And just like I told you, if I don't refine the anatomy of of one's matter and a cellular structure of one's matter, a person to deteriorate and die because I enrich the habitation of the social economics of the habitation for they could live, for they could have strength and might. But if I don't refine it, then them individuals, it's just like catching the flu in physics, like I said. Then everybody will get sick and die. It's just a literal physics. So that family will be looked upon like a deterioration, and then everybody just won't even want to have a point of equality with them, even when it comes to social structure, social economics. So another person doesn't know the reason of my habitation and the reason I'm supposed to strengthen their anatomy. So I just look at people when they act ignorant, I just keep it moving. Like, oh, they didn't know I was Emperor Chi. They didn't know what the fuck was going on with habitation. I'm the real. Anyway. Let a person of a natural habitation of higher quality starts losing or demoralizing themselves after they deal with somebody. You might as well be finished after that. It's just like high class living ain't gonna be enough. How they gonna trample over another person if something happens a certain type of way? What? Imagine me getting sick. Listen. It would be like the brutal beatdown for that individual who got me sick. Listen, because everybody from social economics would come and just trample a person for even trying to get me sick, because I'm the reason of the existence, that the only one that enriches, and this is always how it's always gonna be. So it's a guaranteed insurance health situation. So if I ever get sick, you'll be finished in the physical reality. And on top of it, and if you don't have a point of refinement, even for me to cleanse your habitation, you're already finished. It's just like you wasted your own time for your stupidity. So whatever choices you made, good for you. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Should have been educated. 2018, all this education I made for individuals, it wasn't for nothing. It was for reasons, This is the reason why I made existence. But, like I said, man, good for you. It's just like, after I seen how individuals acted in New York, you see, I just moved away from New York just to refine my conscience. Every time somebody you ain't got to worry about me no more about a certain type of situation. You just be a heartthrob, a live for the moment type of situation. Because that'll have to be an excuse for your habitation, because when a person realizes, it's just like, if you continue that type of, listen to my words, if you continue that type of influence, it'll be the end of the world. I'm only telling you to warn you. My social economic condition of my reality warns the international social government of international security. So if they don't listen to what I'm saying, their life will literally be in danger. Why would I just come out of nowhere and just telling you, all right, good for you then, man. You ever heard one man can change the whole world? All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to New York. You have fun, because and remember things. I don't take kindly to other people's leftover and slack. So you're good for you. And I forgot to tell you, I'm the real Buddha. You think about it. You think about allegory and forms of example of humility of one's habitation and condition. So you think about how real I am, my situation. Love one, man. But I'm going to enjoy myself either way. Love one.